as a perpetual. And here's how that works. This is from my back office. Around 250 days, that first share will double itself. And it's going to buy a new share. Around 350 days, it'll double again. And around 400 days, these all three contributing should buy you the third one. Now, we're right here right now. So I've seen this happen already. We have a 10-month historical track record. That is, it's on autopilot. No one can stop it. It's really, mathematics cannot be stopped. You just keep adding more equipment. I mean, our system is kind of stupid proof, and I'll explain to you guys in depth when we sit down and talk. But this problem was solved simply because nobody was looking at, how do I get my money back? Because if you come up with $1 million and you're in this business, what are you trying to do? You want your money back as fast as humanly possible. Yes or no?
Yep.
Not necessarily the way business investment goes. Business investment, if you start a business today, when do you expect to get your money back? Where is it?
On average, it's 2 years.
2 years, right?
Until you start making a profit.
Now, most companies, and what does the government let you do? They let you write off for 3 years in a row, right? You can go zero for 3 years profit. And the third year, they're going to start attacking you.
If your accountant's good enough, you can go life without.
Yeah, but then, you know, it's the red flags, or they call it the so-called red flags. But this system had to start turning a profit immediately. So the only way for it to do it is for a portion of what you earn has to go back into buying new equipment, because the equipment gets old, the math gets harder. The more people get involved in this, the harder the math is. The good thing is I showed you guys that next year it's going to get cut in half. That means if you're not prepared for the math, you're out of business. Or you join BitClub Network, which we already started having little miners do. And I'll show you one of our pages right now in a few minutes. So how those repurchases work, this is my back office. That's me, Mega Monster. 2016 was the first repurchase. And then the first date was 0.0321. That's a couple dollars. So that repurchase with a few bucks per share that I earned got re-put back into the system. Now here's the cool part. Here's the cool part. If you referred me, you made between 10 and 18% on the repurchase. Between 10 and 18% on that repurchase. Who normally pays an auto ship?
In network marketing?
Yes.
Everybody.
Everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So in here you pay zero after you buy, right? Nothing else. But off the money we pay you in Bitcoin, we don't pay dollars, it's in Bitcoin. Off the Bitcoin we pay you, you have a repurchase rate, 50, 40, and 30. You get to keep out every day if you like. The rest gets repurchased in the system. I mean, pulling it out. It's actually 50, 60, and 70 to your pocket. All right, we'll get into that in a second. $3,600 investment, 3 years stock Forex, Bitcoin, long-term, holding it or working in BitClub. So a maximum of 21 million coins, we talked about this, supply and demand. It's what controls everything. Say in the next 3 to 4 years, Bitcoin price hits 10K. Who thinks that's possible? Yeah. A couple of you guys who know what's going on with Bitcoin. If you've been around this long enough, you'll know that that's going to happen. But it didn't happen to me, right? Was it $1? Did it go to $5? $10? $50? $100? Those are 50 to 100 to 1,000 times more. If Bitcoin hits 10,000, it's a 40 multiple. Just 40. And everybody says, oh, it's a lot of 40s. No, I just showed you 2,300 multiple. Okay, that makes sense? All right. So there's always a risk of up and down. If you go ahead and buy a stock or a Forex, or you have something, is there possible for you to lose your money? Yeah. Anybody lost any money in the stock market?
Oh yeah.
I've seen a lot of bad, I've heard some pretty horrific stories from crowds that got involved in their 401k became a 201 and a 10K and all kinds of really things, and not okay no more. But just understand, if you're good, you can double your money in a couple of years.
Well, what's happened to the stock market in the last 3 days open?
Okay. This is what I'm trying to say.
1,500 points on the Dow.
If you're good and you just stick around for it, could it double? Mm-hmm. If you're a genius, could it triple? Warren Buffett math, because he triples all of his money in 3 years, everything. So that can happen. If we talk about 15 Bitcoin and Bitcoin hitting 10,000 and you did nothing more than own it, is it possible that if you have 15 coins, could it go to zero? Now, all of us who are in Bitcoin think impossible. Why? Because the smartest people and the richest people have billions of dollars invested in this market. They're not gonna impossibility allow it to go to zero. Now they'll allow it to find its own balance, and that's where Bitcoin is found. $200 is a balance mark for it to shoot back up again. Now all the volatility you've seen, 200 is the base, and it'll tip below 200 in the middle of the night sometimes, but it'll always go back over 200. Now if that happens and it hits 10 grand, that would be 13 or 15 coins times my 150. I changed that because today we did several 3500s. There's 15 coins. Take those same 13 or 15 Bitcoin, put them in BitClub. Now you're able to churn that Plan B Bitcoin. It's a play of words. You can take it right now. Historical value of the coin has gone up 1.1 coin plus per month. Now if that happens, those same coins could turn into 30, 70, or 100 coins. What if we're half right, half wrong in our guesstimations? What if it goes to 5,000? Would you be upset? Who would be upset if it went to $1,000? I don't hear nobody saying anything. If it stayed the same and you had 3 times, 7 times, or 100 times, or 10 times more time, who would be upset if it stayed the same price in 3 years from now? Nobody. No one would complain because it's 10 times better than the market. If I left the same coin alone and I got 30 more coins, I'd be very excited compared to putting my money someplace and not knowing what's going to happen with that at all. Being that Bitcoin has a security protocol that's set over time. Joby has some friends in this place, and you can't see it here. I apologize. I can show you the live website. This is the 100 top richest Bitcoin wallets. Now, if I have a Bitcoin wallet, I can take that Bitcoin wallet, put it into the blockchain. It'll tell me how much coins are in that wallet. It won't tell me who owns it, and it won't tell me what you've done with it, but it'll show me the transactions that you've done with it. There's no name attached to it. So these wallets right here represents about $700 million, and most of it, this is the out, this is the in. This is $41 million right there, and they're buying coin and only trading maybe 22 to the 50 coin that they bought. $40 million. It goes down to 2 million. The smallest wallet in here is over $2 million, and they're not even selling a coin out. These guys are on zeros. $30, $40 million. They're not even touching it. Now, I don't know what he wanted with the 22 coins. Maybe he just wanted to see what it did, right? But right here, he has $41 million worth of coins. He's not even selling any coins. Why? Because they're all doing the exact same thing. Bitcoin is supposed to be 10,000. Ask anybody. You've been around the world. They all believe that Bitcoin is supposed to be 10,000.
Well, it's just simple math. There's 7 billion people that can now use it.
Right? Anybody with a cell phone.
And everybody has a cell phone.
There's 9 billion phones on the planet. How many people is there? 7 point something billion? But
Look,
there's 9 billion phones.
There's less than 10 million wallets, which let's say there's like 5 million people that are using it. And there's 7 billion that can. Just imagine, there's only ever going to be 20 million of them.
So this is third-party validation of who BitClub Network is. That's us right there. We've been 1 to 2% for the last 6 or 7 months. Before that, we were the hidden guys. We didn't want no one to know who we were, because that was the idea, the thing we told everyone who joined us. That, hey, your money's secure. There's no name. You can make as much money as you want. We're going to pay you as much as you want, and we're never going to report it. Never, ever, ever. Now, because we are registered outside the country, we can put our name on so there we are, BitClub Network. Now, this is not us. This is the blockchain. Bitcoin is always secured by the blockchain. Everything that Bitcoin math does secures the blockchain. This is 21 companies. A third-party company just ranked us 13 in the world of the 21 coins, 21 companies that get Bitcoin. Right now, the next billions and billions of dollars will come out of this network will come from the miners. And right now, there's only 21 companies on there. This is an unknown 17%. That's a China group. That's our partner with Ampool. So if they make money and Candle Pool makes money, BitClub makes money, you guys all get paid. And every day, we have more than one pool going at the same time. We have our own exclusive pool in Iceland, and this is the one that was, can anybody tell me where this one's at?
It's Iceland.
Look at it again. This is the one we had here in Washington.
Oh.
This was at a special hangar. Anyways, we had hundreds and hundreds